ate a French-inspired vegan cuisine for a week. This is a perfect meal plan for the week for you if you're in need of something new and super flavorful. I think this would be especially great for the holiday season. Everything I made is vegan, with exception for the Nutella and the gluten-free baguette. Some of it is gluten-free, but the pastry was not. The meal plan was pretty budget-friendly too. You can add meat, cheese, and eggs easily to it if you'd like. Without them, you save money for a week though, and the meals are still just as tasty. My husband and kids liked it, especially my kids, and I'll tell you why in just a bit.
Like this? Or I make it.
No, just point it up. Is it looking at my face now?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna use this Crescent Pillsbury Doughboy roll because this is what I got. And it was really cheap. It was even a digital coupon at QFC. So this is what we're using as the pastry. I know this is like not French.
Do lemon on the bottom and brown sugar on the top.
Okay, go ahead. Squeeze that lemon in.
Can you please help me? It looks yummy. It feels good. It feels just like tofu. Yeah, it feels like tofu.
This is the finished product. Good.
A little bit
I have
sour.
a video of you licking a lemon when you were a baby. Do you think you liked it?
Is that yummy?
Apparently he likes them.
Love.
Okay,
I want the goof baby.
you eat the rest of your dinner now.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Did I? Oh, remember when you took my lemon away from me?
Yeah, you were very sad.
I wanted that lemon.
Okay, this is the final product.
I broke down all of the plan, grocery list, and included recipe links on my blog and on a public Trello board. I'll include links in the description of this video. I had just finished reading The French Beauty Solution and have read the French baby books, so a glass of red wine and eating bread was on my mind. Shane and I visited Paris when I graduated from college on our backpacking trip. We loved having baguettes with brie and wine in the park. It was a highlight of our trip. However, today we're not eating brie, so what is French food if not an excuse to go heavy on the dairy? From what I discovered, French cuisine is layers of flavor and so much more. We watched Ratatouille on Thursday night when I made Ratatouille. It's a cute Disney movie, of course, but it was a great reminder that food is best when love goes into it, it's savored, and tradition, culture, and ritual is mixed in to the
Okay,
experience.
this is it. It looks pretty good, and it tastes pretty good too. And I didn't include any onions or garlic in it either. It would be great with like some sauteed mushrooms on the side or something.
That's whether it's a simple meal or something that required a lot of preparation. I did not miss the eggs and cheese. I felt full and satisfied after every meal. It was so flavorful what I made and special that I didn't feel like snacking either. There are so many creative home chefs out there now that are experimenting in vegan cooking and sharing their successes on blog posts and Instagram. It's fairly easy to find a take on almost any meal that leaves out meat, dairy, and eggs. Whether you're fully vegan or if you just want to cut back on your animal products for health and the planet here and there. Here's why my kids were a big fan of French wheat. Let me see if I can say this right. Le goûter, le goûter is the French fourth meal. It's always sweet after school snack. Goûter in French means to taste, and the le goûter is considered the French take on tea time. This meal, or to what many of us would call a snack, from what I understand, is meant to enjoy in a social occasion and is often homemade or fresh and warm, and did I mention sweet? I noticed a big change in my kids by adding Nutella to their afternoon apple. They got so excited for it. It was an awesome way to wrap up our day, discuss what we'd done, and sometimes read a book while we enjoyed the tart or whatever other treat I made for the day. On the sweet note, from what I gathered, the average French breakfast usually is a simple one. I know all of this is a huge generalization, and all of this information is simply something I gathered from blog posts and YouTube videos. However, this was also something that made my kids love this week. They ate cereal for breakfast.
I'm making French fries for Friday.
And thanks to my French beauty solution book, I was sold on drinking a glass of red wine at dinner. I don't usually go for red wine as my first pick, but it was a fun change and my husband loved it. Overall, we as a family ate all of the food all week. It was such a departure from my usual meals that I whip up without thinking. Of course, one of the things that helped the kids eat some of the heartier meals was to break down the ingredients into their own little areas on their plates. But otherwise, I feel like the le goûter was my peace offering that got them to enjoy everything else I offered up for the week. If this sounds like something fun for you and your family, pop over to my blog at plantbasedreducewaste.com to get the meal plan, ingredients list, and links to recipes. Wishing you the best in the kitchen, and please subscribe and like this video. What do you think about trying new flavor profiles and recipes?